How's it going, everyone? It's Louis Crypto here. We're looking at a new crypto on the channel. It's of course already in the Discord community. You get a lot of things out early over there. And we do also do weekly group calls where we'll cover something like Injective. If I'm not able to make a YouTube update on any of your altcoins that I do usually cover, you can just chart request it in there and I'll do it for you guys when I can. So with Injective, we can see that on the 5-day time frame, we are getting some disagreements now, and that is of course a bearish divergence, my mistake. So we're seeing price going higher, making new higher highs, which is bullish, but this in disagreement showing lower highs, which is of course bearish. So this is called a bearish divergence. We've already seen it start to dump from that point back into key levels of support. So if we want to keep this uptrend, and this is the 5-day time frame, which is a very accurate time frame, as it's the higher we go, the more accurate it becomes. And of course, it just shows that when we saw this bearish divergence, it play out, and it took a long time. We can see that we topped out here in July, and it's taken all the way until September, the Friday, the 8th of September, that 5-day period from that's being the starting point to actually get down to that 200 EMA over here. So some months to get down to that price point. So we see that if a bearish divergence does actually form on the higher time frames, it could take some months to actually play out fully. And so now that we have essentially reset the market, because that's what we would say when the 200 EMA is retested, and we can also see that only in recent months, I think it was July, where this actually appeared for the very first time. So basically, while we are still above this, we would consider this an uptrend. We've also got the higher highs and the higher lows, but this bearish divergence has just essentially reset the market in bringing us back down to here. Please do understand that if you lose the 200 EMA as well as this level of support here at 5419 or 5419, so basically 542, $5.42, then we are changing this trend, and we would then say that it was the bearish divergence which was giving us these clues. So yeah, what we need to see is for us to hold this low if we want to see a break of the high over here. I can give you targets to the upside, but we will be going back to the price in April, which was our I think the highest point in the range, and then we can go down to this lowest point back in June, so middle of the year, and we can see that currently, if I zoom in now on the 5-day time frame, maybe I can even scale down to the daily now, just so we've got more candles to work with. So we can see that price at the point of getting down to that support broke back up above the golden pocket, which is these gold lines. If you know the Fibonacci rules, it's a retracement tool, so we should be doing something like this, but you can also create the reversal wave, which is by breaking above the golden pocket and flipping into support, which we see right over here on that 20 moving average. All we now need to do is break this high, and we've got these set to targets at 11, 12, and potentially even $14. But what I've been noticing in the market recently, it's been going to these two a lot. When we're in the full-blown bull market, maybe in a year or two, that is where most likely most of the time it will just get up to there. But what I've been noticing over the last few months is that price is, let's say it does get up there, it's topping out in between these two targets, the 1.270 and the 1.414, for not just necessarily Injective, but all of alts and Bitcoin itself as well. Just a pattern that I've been noticing in the crypto market as of now. So we then fail to break the high over here, and with that you basically return back to where we were, the golden pocket. As we created the reversal wave over here and confirmed its support, we need to see this area held as support, and we can see that price fell below, came back into it now as resistance, and has come back down lower. However, even now on the daily time frame, as we saw on the 5-day time frame with the 200 EMA, is basically saying the market is reset. Why? Because we were above these sets of moving averages. This one telling you like the immediate short-term trend. If we lose that, we're going down until this point, which will give you a chance to break out again, where we got trapped under the 20, which forced a breakdown for us to then head to the 200 EMA. That would be the expectation. So you see how this small golden pocket over here was holding as support. We lost it, flipped it into resistance right there. Now let me just see if we're getting some divergences. So we are, I think, getting some bullish divergences, because we again have reset the market by testing the 200 EMA. You can see that while we are above this white line, even if you come down to it, we didn't necessarily touch it, but you can dump all the way to it, and we still continue higher. Can we see how price on this attempt over here to break below it, we held it as support and price made new higher high. So while we are still above it, we are technically bullish. And if you ever come down to it and retest it and confirm it as support, this is an optimal entry point. Now, in some cases you will run into resistance and just eventually lose it and start a downtrend. This could still happen, but as of this moment, we do have some, after this bearish divergence on the higher time frame, the 5-day, now down on the daily time frame after resetting the market here at the 200 EMA, we're seeing lower lows, but a disagreement on this indicator showing higher lows where price is climbing up, and so the lows are higher, these are lower lows. We're just getting a disagreement. It's called bullish divergence, and so for that reason we're expecting pumps. I'm not only seeing this on Injective, I'm seeing this also playing out on H-bar. We called it yesterday on H-bar, and H-bar pumped after that point 8%. So if you were watching that video update, you could have been able to profit 8%, totally given for free. So free money is being given out on the channel, so make sure you do subscribe and turn on that notification bell on. Again, if I'm not able to make an update, you can just join the Discord community. There is a way of getting 3 months, otherwise just join anyway, and you can chart request any chart in there at any point in time. And so yeah, we're getting this bullish divergence. We saw it on H-bar, V-chain, but also Bitcoin. So the reason why I was confident to call H-bar's bullish divergence that we're going to pump, and it did pump 8% after that point in literally just a day, was because we saw Bitcoin forming this. Now, Bitcoin is the mothership. I always urge all the students, all of you guys as well watching at home, to go ahead and start your day off with the Bitcoin update. It's going to basically tell you where the rest of the market is going. So if we know Bitcoin is bullish for the remainder of the day, we should expect pumps on altcoins. Bearish is going to go down and the rest of the market is going to go down. So that's why we are essentially getting this pump over the last few days. Now we are struggling to get above the 20, but as you saw in the past, if we ever get through it, you fall to the orange. So if we ever get through it, we go to the orange. So what we now need to see for bullish momentum is for price to reclaim these moving averages, flip them in support, to have a go at this golden pocket. Now again, remember the path that it was originally on? We're measuring this wave down. It's meant to run into there before continuation lower. We invalidated that by flipping this area into support, but it's now resistance again. So even if we get this pump because of the bullish divergence, because we've reset the market with the 200 EMA, you need to understand that this is a key level of resistance that could still send us much lower back down to this area and lose that, and we're going much lower. But let's not worry about that right now, going much lower than this point. We're looking at the immediate short term, and for me that is a signal that we could be coming up into 7.9 to 8, let's just say $8 in and around there. But understand that this is a key level resistance. I think that by the time we're up there, this would be potentially Bitcoin pumping up all the way up to 29 and 30k, and we need to see that flipped back into support for a trend reversal back up into an uptrend. And so that would essentially be the same case over here on Injective or Inj, but that would be the $8 area. Even a pump up into there is not enough, and you still potentially dump, whether you find a higher low and then have another go at it, or you just actually dump down over here. I will be here to update you guys. We just need those signs, and unfortunately we don't have those signs as of now, because the signs that we are currently getting are bullish ones. I'm just trying to look forward into the future and show you that if we do pump, it's up until, we could go up until this point, not necessarily have to, but even if you do get up to this point, it's not enough to flip this back bullish. Yes, if you understand that. And so we need to get back above that if you want to head up to the 1 Fibonacci over here at 9977, and then get up to this $11 and $12 target up here. Please do like, subscribe, comment. If you need any further assistance, want to join the community or do the education, there's over 90 plus people in the chat. 95% of them are past students of mine. So yeah, if you want to just join the chat to see how it is, you can ask them how it is. They've been there for months on end. You can get 3 months free in the chat, and this is either through the course or the mentorship. Now, the mentorship plan is 5 to 10 hours of one-to-one help with me, and included in that is the 3 months free in the chat, as well as giving you the course. So even before we start this 5 to 10 hours worth of lessons over a few weeks of period, you'd actually have this course to go over, and then you'd start to understand the more advanced things that we do teach in the mentorship plan. This is all to help you become a self-sufficient trader, but you'll also be part of a community where other people will be helping you. So yes, we say a self-sufficient trader, someone that doesn't need any further help, but you'll also be in a community with everyone helping and be doing weekly group calls. Again, you don't need to do the education if you feel you're a bit advanced. You can just join the community anyway, and you just need to hit the links in the description and pinned comment section below. Head over to x/twitter.com, follow me there anyway for more content, but also private message me there. Though it's Louis_crypto with the blue tick, but I recommend clicking the links as there are fake accounts out there. Cheers.